Eating chicken wings and drinking beer. That's this week on Think Tank Tuesday. Hi, I'm Potratz, and welcome to this week's Think Tank Tuesday. So who doesn't love eating chicken wings and drinking beer? I mean, think about it. Isn't that a lot of fun? Well, I like the chicken wings. I mean, yeah, I know it shows at times. The beer, yeah, not my thing. But think about it. Isn't it fun to do that? I mean, think about the things that you do that is fun. Well, this morning on the way to work, Christine and I are driving and we listen to podcasts every morning, learn more about leadership, learn more about marketing, just whatever. Just you be a sponge for knowledge is what I'm really saying. Anyway, the one podcast came on and the guy that was doing the podcast loved it. And what he talked about is, what are you doing to practice? Everything in life is about practice. And he brought up the point. He said, hey, if you're eating chicken wings and you're drinking beer, what are you practicing to do? What are you going to accomplish with your life if that's like the highlight of your week, if that's what you focus on? And that's like, oh man, I can't wait for, happy hour. What kind of practice is that? Oh, I can't wait to get home to watch The Walking Dead, or I could watch this show or watch that show. If that's the highlight of your life, you're not practicing the things that are important. I mean, again, think about it. If that's what you're focused on, if that's what motivates you, if that's what drives you, if that's what you're talking about during lunch, if that's what you're talking about to your friends about, you probably got the wrong friends, first of all, and I don't mean to be negative, but I mean, if that's what you talk about and that's what you thrive on, you're practicing the wrong things. I mean, it's fine if that's what you want to do, if that's fine if you don't want to accomplish more, but again, you have to practice. If you want to excel, if you want to move further in life, if you want to be better at what you do, if you want to make more money, you've got to practice. And you've got to practice and practice and practice. I mean, the point that he was bringing up, yeah, it makes a ton of sense. Think about it. If you're a business owner, what are you doing to practice leadership? If you're a business owner, what are you doing to practice sales? And I mean, if you're saying, oh, I'm the business owner, I've got salespeople. Well, big deal. You've still got to practice salesmanship. You've got to learn how to sell, how to be better at selling, because if you've got a staff, you've got to teach them how to sell. In other words, you've got to be able to sell your ideas. It's great to have a great idea, but if you don't have a team that gets behind it, then you're not going anywhere. So what are you doing to practice? What are you doing to improve? If you're spending your time of, oh, I'm going to watch this show, I'm going to watch that show, I'm going to go see this movie, I'm going to see that movie, if you're spending 50%, 40%, or even 30% of your time, that's way too much time you're spending on things that don't matter. I mean, think about it. What did you do today to be able to help a coworker? What did you do today to be able to help a complete stranger? What are you doing through your life every day, every week to be able to help others? Because it can't be all about you. It's got to be about others. That's how you're going to move forward. I'm going to give you some practical tips. Are you ready for this? I'm going to give you some tips that I want you to follow, and it will help you practice your craft. It will help you become better at whatever you want to do. It will help you make more money. It will help you do everything that you want to accomplish, unless what you want to accomplish is eat chicken wings and drink beer. I'm going to break right here, and I'm going to come right back and give you some practical tips.
Hey there! I hope you're enjoying this episode of Think Tank Tuesday. We here at Potratz take pride in being the leader in automotive advertising and hope you found our weekly strategy tips helpful in growing your business. If you found this episode of Think Tank Tuesday helpful, please share, like, or forward this video and tell your friends to sign up for our free weekly email so others can enjoy it as well. And as always, thanks for watching.
All right, welcome back. So I hope you found that commercial helpful, because I was practicing in that commercial, basically. That's what we were doing. All right, so practical tips. The first thing is, well, let's not focus so much on the chicken wings and the beer. The first thing is, hey, if you're the type of person that's, hey, I got to see The Walking Dead, that's fine. But once you multitask, while you're watching The Walking Dead, get that iPad out, get that laptop out, and start researching, start reading. I mean, just the thirst for knowledge, start learning more. And I don't want you searching for whoever the actor is in one of the shows and trying to find out more about them, because that's not going to help your career. If you're a salesperson, you've got to multitask, and you've got to say, hey, I want to come up with different things. In other words, I want to find different closings. What's my different closing? If you're a marketer, I want to come up with different email marketing ideas, different landing page ideas. So again, multitask if you're going to waste your time watching programming like that. That's the first thing you want to do. The second thing I want you to do, well, I want you to make sure that you have a point in your day, every single day. Maybe it's the first thing you do when you get up in the morning. Like when I get up in the morning, the first thing I grab, I know it's a bad habit, I grab the iPhone or I grab the iPad and I start going through the news and I start saying, all right, what's going on? And I don't read the negative news. I'm reading things like, oh, the Fed's going to raise the interest rates. I'm not, so-and-so killed so-and-so, and I don't follow all that stuff. Don't want that. So again, thirst for knowledge. You've got to set time every single day where you're learning more. Don't just focus on what you do. In other words, don't focus on finding more information about your craft. Find information about other things. I mean, you've got to be really wide. You've got to be wide-reaching. You've got to be willing to learn more and things that don't just apply to what your industry is or what your business is, because you never know when you're going to find an idea somewhere else that's going to help you in your business. Case in point, so here we are. We're a digital ad agency, and we build websites for car dealers. Where do we get some of our best ideas? It's looking at other websites in other industries and finding out what they're doing and implementing them into our websites. Again, it's not all about automotive, because if you follow everything that's going on in your industry, you're not going to be any better. You're just going to be in the pack. So that's 3 tips to get started. I don't want to overwhelm you. So start with that. And again, if you want to be great at something, you've got to practice it. And if you've read it before, you've read it. You've got to practice 10,000 hours to be able to get great. So do that math and see how long it's going to take you. So again, practice. Start surrounding yourself with others that have a thirst for knowledge and want to do more. And before you know it, you'll really excel. That's this week's tip, and I'll see you next week.